And a very, very good evening, everyone, on this chilly Thursday night at the San Luis Obispo Downtown Farmers Market. I'm your host, Randall White, and this is Market Fresh. We are very happy to have you with us here on Krush 92.5. You know, you can also watch a video simulcast of the show online at eatdrinkexplore.com or via our free smartphone and tablet apps. We broadcast Market Fresh from the heart of downtown San Luis Obispo, high above Higuera Street, so that we can watch and listen as the city's famous farmers market comes to life as it does each and every week. Our goal is pretty simple here, to get you in touch with what's fresh, what's seasonal, and also to introduce you to some local producers and culinary experts who can highlight the offerings available at any one of your favorite San Luis Obispo farmers markets. There's so many around the county, one practically every day of the week. This edition of Eat, Drink, Explore Media's Market Fresh is brought to you by California Love, a website designed to put you in touch with locally owned, California-based businesses who consider the state's economic, environmental, or social health as part of their business model. And if you visit CALUV.com today, you can add your business to the listings absolutely free during the site's beta testing period. This is where the site might have some problems, so we don't want to charge you if it's not ready yet, right? That's what a beta is all about. Once your business is there, it's free for the life of your business. Let your potential customers know that you are locally based and are one of the many reasons California has a lot to love. Visit CALUV.com right away. All right, time for a little bit of news here. Listen to this. The pros and cons of buying organic products has been in the headlines lately, and now new research shows that organic tomatoes may actually pack more nutritional punch. The study, published by peer-reviewed journal PLOS ONE, shows tomatoes grown under organic conditions create a higher concentration of vitamin C and other antioxidants as the plant battles stressful conditions not present when pesticides or other conventional methods are used to maximize yield and fruit size. U.S. wine exports hit another record high last year, with California supplying 90% of all wine shipped to other countries. The Wine Institute, based in San Francisco, reported this morning that U.S. export sales reached $1.43 billion in 2012. That's up more than 2.5% from the previous year. This makes the third consecutive year for growth. Okay, here's a list of the top foreign markets for California wine. The very number one, the European Union. Of course, there's a lot of countries involved in the European Union, but that's followed by Canada, Hong Kong, Japan, and China. A new survey shows American consumers, in fact, the vast majority of them, are willing to pay more for food that's produced locally, regardless of income bracket. The report by Chicago firm A.T. Kearney shows not only will shoppers pay more, but a full 30% will actually leave and go elsewhere if local products are not available. The main reason given is belief that purchasing locally made products helps the surrounding economy. Those surveyed also said they believe local food is better and healthier. And speaking of eating foods locally grown, you can chow down on a multi-course dinner in San Luis Obispo this coming Saturday for just $15. And all the food comes directly from farms in the area. Plus, the proceeds help out the local farmers as well. Joining us now to explain how it all works and what's on the menu is Nora O'Donnell with the Tuesday Grange Farmers Market over on Broad Street in SLO. Welcome to the program, Nora.
Well, thank you, Randall. How are you?
Fantastic. It's great to have you on the program. Let's start with the mouth-watering menu items. I looked at it just a moment ago, and I'm hungry.
Okay. You can go to the Facebook page for the farmers market, and you can see the flyer that, and the menu is actually listed on the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
So Argentine-style beef grilled over wine wood.
Now, what's wine wood? Is that like a wine barrel that's been broken apart and used to make coals?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. We'll just say that's what it is for now.
That sounds good to me. And then there'll be some broccoli salad, roasted butternut kabocha soup, homemade cornbread, chili, and homemade dessert.
That sounds really good for $15. This is not your first dinner. You held one a few months ago, and I'm assuming it was a success as well?
Oh, yeah. And actually, this is the third one. We're trying to do them once a quarter. And we had one in the summer, the end of summer, and we had one in the fall, and now we have one in the winter, and then we'll try to have one in the spring.
Nora, where does the money go that you collect for these dinners?
It goes to help us restore the Grange to its former glory. We're really trying to get it back on track and be of service to the community and have that available for rentals. And
right.
Yeah.
And the Grange is where that Tuesday market is held.
Yes.
Now, give us a few details on the Thursday market. What are the hours and such?
You mean the Tuesday market?
Tuesday. I keep saying Thursday because that's the show we're in right now.
It's from 2. It starts at 2, and I think it goes till about 5.
Okay. And
Grange.
And it's a smaller market, but it's more one of those neighborhood markets. I like those.
Yes, for sure. Okay,
well, we have all the details available online under our program summary for today's show. If people want to know more about it, they can also call for tickets. It's 805-481. Is that 481 or 461? It's hard for me to see.
481.
481-2483, if I have that number correct.
And it's actually $15 if you buy them ahead of time, and that includes anyone calling to reserve a ticket.
Okay.
Do a roll call. If you wait and buy it at the door, we're asking for an $18 donation.
Even $18 for steak and all the sides that you have is a great deal. So,
and the guy that's cooking the meal is from Argentina himself.
Oh, so
he comes from a family farm and did this as a kid and has really gone to town with it.
Right. So no other country knows how to do beef like Argentina, or Argentina. Yeah. So that'll be fantastic. Well, we've got all of the information, like I said, online. Nora O'Donnell, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. All right, let's switch gears now and speak with Chris Arndt. He is here to give us our forecast right now. He is with weatherelement.com. And let's see, Chris, this past week we've had hot weather, cold weather, hail, rain, clouds. What does tonight's market have in store?
Well, you got to love the Central Coast weather sometimes, Randall.
Right. We always say how consistent and beautiful it is, but not this past week.
No. Well, today downtown experienced another cool and beautiful day. At about 10 to 2, the high was 60 degrees at the weatherelement.com Mission College Prep Station. Right now, under mostly clear skies, it's 52, with winds out of the northwest at 6 miles an hour. By the closing bell, farmers market visitors can expect temperatures around 44 degrees, and the wind should be about the same. Next week should be mostly clear and dry with mild afternoons and cool nights. I'm not expecting any rain through the 1st of March.
Oh, wow. Another dry spell in there. Yeah, and I saw the temperatures are going to warm up a little bit, so it should be a nice week ahead. We just have to battle this little cold spell here. Chris Arndt with weatherelement.com. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Randall. Have a good night.
All right, stick around, everyone. We have a cocktail for you, Central Coast based with fresh ingredients. You're going to love it. That's coming up next here on Market Fresh. California business owners, entrepreneurs, farmers, authors, and other professionals, this message is for you. We're looking to highlight those of you who give back to the community, care about the environment, and have the health of our state as part of your business model or focus. Our new California Love website is in the beta testing phase. So, during the next few months, we're offering free listings to qualified people or business entities. It's a win-win situation. You help populate our site with quality, locally owned California companies, and we help direct customers to your business or product. Simply head over to CALUV.com. That's CA as in California, LUV as in a cute way to spell love.com, and enter the information for your business today. Why wouldn't you? It's easy and it's free. CALUV.com, the California Love Business Recommendation Tool. And we're back, everyone, for segment 2 of the Market Fresh Report, live from downtown San Luis Obispo's weekly Thursday night farmers market. You know, it really is one of the nation's most popular and longest running events of its kind. The food vendors can start selling prepared food in about 15 minutes. The farmers have to wait to start taking money until about a half an hour from now. The bell rings at 6:15. The official bell. We're live here every Thursday night, and our goal, of course, is to highlight local and fresh ideas from around San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties. So if you run a weekly market, or you're a chef, a bartender, a sommelier, brewer, farmer, artisan, producer, let us know so we can share your angle on fresh and local. Facebook or Twitter, it's easy. We're at Eat, Drink, Explore. You can email us too. The address is radio@eatdrinkexplore.com. Now, last week during this segment, we featured Edible Magazine, a great new resource here in SLO County, which is basically the magazine version of what we do here every Thursday night. It's free, and you can easily find where to pick up the current winter edition by going to edibleslo.com. Okay? This week, we're featuring a market fresh cocktail recipe by local mixologist Josh Christensen of Sidecar Restaurant. That's on Broad between Higuera and Marsh. And if you haven't been there yet, we highly recommend that you go. His cocktail creation is called the Central Coast Sour, and the recipe is available if you'd like to follow along under our recipe section at eatdrinkexplore.com. Josh, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Randall.
Yeah, great to have you here. And this is one of those cases where we had a guest on the show, and then that helped introduce us to Josh. It was the hard cider guest that we had on, and you have that local hard cider on tap, Bristol.
Absolutely.
So delicious. So after the show, we hightailed it down there to get a pint, and Josh was serving it up for us, and we got talking, and I said, Sidecar is all about fresh and local. We should have you on the show. And then one of the drinks that Anthony, our audio guy, has ordered is the Central Coast Sour. We all love it. And so we thought, let's feature that. And so what goes into this, and how did you come up with it?
Well, it's really based on a very old recipe, one called a New York Sour, which actually calls for rye whiskey, fresh lemon juice, a little bit of sugar, and then a red wine float. Being that we're on the Central Coast and I wanted to do something, a little twist on a classic cocktail, I went ahead and subbed out the rye whiskey for gin. And at Sidecar, we are super fortunate. We've got one of our bartenders who's actually, his name is Brian Middlecamp. He's part of the family that runs Rocking MC Ranch, which is the Middlecamp Ranch, and they provide all of our fresh citrus.
That's out by like the Rigetti Farm and
exactly
such,
right.
Edna Valley, right?
Exactly right. Out there in beautiful Edna.
It couldn't be more beautiful. I've done stories out that way, and I always think, this is paradise.
No, every opportunity I get, I drive out there and just daydream about living on a farm out there one day.
Right.
But Brian actually, it's amazing at Sidecar, we have the opportunity to get our citrus delivered by one of our own bartenders that he picks morning of. He does Meyer lemons, tangerines, navel oranges, limes, pomegranates, persimmons. They have award-winning olive oil. I mean, it's incredible produce.
Talk about easy foraging.
No, I mean, it's literally, he picks it, comes into work, and we got it, and we're good to go. So, given that that's our produce situation, I really wanted to highlight that as well. And then we've just got so many killer, as you know, amazing local wineries.
Yeah.
And one really small little operation that we just at Sidecar that we just love is Folkway. It's
Folkway.
Folkway. And it's produced by a couple brothers, Lino and Anthony Bizzano. And actually, Anthony comes in to the restaurant all the time. He's just super cool guy, really humble, just does it because he loves it, and produces a product that you can tell a lot of love went into.
Yeah.
And the particular blend that we use is a 51% Merlot, 40% Cab Franc, and 9% Cabernet Sauvignon. And it's called the Revelator.
Well, I was going to ask you how you chose the Revelator as the wine to float on top. First of all, I've never had a sour that had wine floated on top of it, but what a great idea. And just visually, it's so nice to look at. If other people who are listening right now don't have access to this wine, or they want to make one at home right now, what would you say the characteristic of this wine is that marries so well with the sour drink?
It has to be a wine that's big enough to stand up to citrus and gin and sugar.
Yeah.
A really delicate Pinot a lot of the affect is gonna be lost. Because it's just going to get railroaded by the other ingredients.
Yeah.
Whereas the Folkway just stands up so beautifully. It has a strong enough characteristic and kind of backbone of its own that it really just lends itself perfectly to the cocktail. And it doesn't hurt that, the guys are local and really, really good guys that like to support us. And, we like to do the same in turn.
That's totally the way to do it. Plus, you probably want to go with a wine that, is more in the moderate range as far as pricing goes, because, like you said, those strong flavors in there are going to ruin any of the delicate stuff that you pay the big bucks for.
Of course. And that's the thing. There's so many great local producers, and Anthony and Lino are just doing this. It's such an incredible value for what this product really is.
Yeah.
So to be able to, I can't crack a $200 bottle of wine to float an ounce on top of a cocktail.
Right.
But they come in at such a an approachable price point that it doesn't hurt us at all. And again, we love being able to showcase not only our local and fresh produce, but also the amazing people who are doing good things in
local
the wine world here.
And artisanal. Now you have a bucket of ice in front of you and all of the ingredients, so we're going to let you go at it and do what bartenders do best and talk while they're working.
Okay,
that's right. And so the gin that you choose for this is a London gin. When you sent me the recipe to post online, I had to look that up. I thought it was a brand, but then I realized no, it's actually a type of gin that you can interchange the word dry gin for London gin, apparently.
Exactly. That it's a style. It's basically like a genre of gin. And as with many, many, many classic cocktail recipes, London dry gin is going to be probably preferential.
Okay.
Because it is one of the more common genres of gin, and thus was usually used in the inception of most of these classic gin cocktail recipes.
And that's really what you feature at Sidecar are classic cocktails with maybe a basement twist, something grandpa might have been doing down in the basement during Prohibition or something.
That's exactly what we try to do. Absolutely. It's,
right?
It really is our philosophy. We want to be grounded in the classics. We want to be able to offer a good, pure, clean cocktail. And we also like getting creative with it. So,
cool. Josh, we're going to take a sip of that when we come back from the commercial break, because you're at the do a little shake into the we have to give people the shake sound. While Josh mixes up his Central Coast Sour, we're going to head off to the commercial break, and we're heading down to the street in just a moment. California business owners, entrepreneurs, farmers, authors, and other professionals, this message is for you. We're looking to highlight those of you who give back to the community, care about the environment, and have the health of our state as part of your business model or focus. Our new California Love website is in the beta testing phase. So, during the next few months, we're offering free listings to qualified people or business entities. It's a win-win situation. You help populate our site with quality, locally owned California companies, and we help direct customers to your business or product. Simply head over to CALUV.com. That's CA as in California, LUV as in a cute way to spell love.com, and enter the information for your business today. Why wouldn't you? It's easy and it's free. CALUV.com, the California Love Business Recommendation Tool. Welcome back to the program, everyone. This is the third and final segment of Market Fresh here on Krush 92.5 FM. I'm your host, Randall White, and this is where we talk about all things fresh and local, specifically at your local farmers market. And that's why we broadcast high above Sidecar Street. A time now to check in with our eyes and ears on the street. It is our Market Fresh reporter, Nicole Powers, who joins us down right there on Sidecar, where Court meets at Court Street. And you always give us the entertainment roundup, Nicole. How's it look this week?
I do, Randall, and this week we have 4 entertainers. First on Broad Street, we have musician Matthew Walker. And then on Garden Street, Lord of the Cello will be playing, and he is Marston Smith. Not only does he play a 6-string electric cello, but he also does this while wearing a medieval battle armor suit.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
So his website describes his music as epic romanticism, and he's performed at a lot of big-name places like The Tonight Show, for Cirque du Soleil, and he's also open for musicians like Michael Bublé. So check him out on Garden Street. On Choro Street, I probably sound like a broken record if you've been watching our show, but Something Ridiculous will be there. So those are the acrobats. They will be performing their juggling set. That'll be on freestanding ladders or unicycles or even on top of each other.
They're fun to
And
watch.
lastly, on Morrow Street, we have Banjo Dan. We've heard from him before, and his name is Dan Mazer. He plays the banjo and also other instruments, including the guitar, the dobro, mandolin, and vocals. And he's from Paso Robles, and his style is bluegrass, folk, and acoustic music.
That sounds good. It's a smaller lineup than what we had last week. Last week, of course, we had the Giants Trophy in town, which was really, really cool. I went down to go take part in it, but the line was just way too long.
Oh, so you didn't get to see it?
No, I ended up taking a picture out in front of the van that said Giants Trophy on it, and I thought,
Okay,
well,
close enough.
that's close, right? And then they also had that on Garden Street. It was cute. It was all set up for Valentine's
It was
Day.
the Cupid's Corner or something like that.
Cupid's Corner, exactly.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple of brave single people sitting in there saying, I don't care. You don't
Good for them.
You don't have to be a couple to enjoy all the things here at the farmer's market.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so this week, Nicole, you are
Yes.
highlighting a biodynamic and organic vendor here at the market.
I am. Let me tell you a little about that. It is J.R. Johnson Biodynamic Organic Farm, and that's Ralph Johnson. He's the farmer and founder of the company. He says what makes his produce different from other farmers is the way it's farmed, and as we said, it's biodynamic and organic. So what that means is a holistic method of farming that maintains a self-sustaining system through the interrelationships of soil, plants, and even in some cases, animals. So this was one of the first ecological farming systems, meaning that it's sustainable. Ralph Johnson offers a long list of produce items at his booth, ranging from greens to mushrooms to peppers and chilies. He even has edible flowers or strawberries sometimes and tomatoes. But they're most known and they specialize primarily in their heirloom head lettuce, their bitter greens, and their gourmet salad mix, which contains 14 different varieties of lettuce and greens. And even a lot of local restaurants use his products, which include Gardens of Avila in Avila Beach, Honeymoon Cafe in Pismo Beach, Artisan in Paso Robles, Marisol in Shell Beach, and the Wild Ginger Cafe in Cambria.
That's a really impressive list of restaurants there, and you can see why, because they're really sourcing some of the best lettuce around. You know, that whole biodynamic, organic, and then there's some other levels of farming that you can do as well, and they all sort of attack different levels of what they're trying to achieve. Biodynamic is one of those I think you'll start to see a lot more of.
Definitely. He also said it's one of the oldest ways of farming.
Really?
So it's, definitely good and sustainable in that way.
Mm-hmm. Nicole, where are they located again?
They're located just down the street, but they're based in, I believe I actually don't have that written down, so I will have to get back to you for that.
That's okay. Well, we can pretty much guess it's in SLO County.
Yeah, it's definitely in SLO County.
I think it might be up in North County if I remember correctly looking at online. Anytime that people might be curious about one of the vendors that they meet at a San Luis Obispo County farmers market or a North County market even, you can go to that farmers market group of markets website and look up. A lot of times the farmer information will be available on there to learn more information. So I think it's SLOcountyfarmers.com or
I believe so as well. Yeah, he does sell at multiple farmers markets throughout the week, so you can check him out if you can't come tonight.
We have a link at eatdrinkexplore.com for people to more easily find information about that biodynamic and organic farm. Nicole Powers, thank you for the Street Report.
Thank you, Randall.
All right, and we want to thank you right now, your Krush 92.5 listeners, for joining us here for the program tonight, for our Market Fresh program, and all of you watching online at eatdrinkexplore.com. We very much appreciate that. If you missed any of the video simulcast, it will be re-embedded onto the program summary, so you can go back through and watch it again. As always, a big thank you to our audio technician, Anthony Renaro, Nicole Powers, who we just heard from, and her Street Report, Josh Christensen, mixologist at downtown San Luis Obispo's Sidecar Restaurant. Next time you walk through the doors there, make sure that you say, hey, Josh, make me up one of those sours, Central Coast sours. And you know what? For those watching online right now, I'm going to switch the camera over to me. Here's the drink. Try not to be a rude slurper, but that is delicious. All right, everyone. Most of all, thank you for listening today, and we'll catch you back here next week.
You've been listening to the Eat, Drink, Explore radio program. If you missed any of our segments today, look for them online or through our free Apple and Android apps. Catch you back right here next week.